Chester.
Honestly, it's something that's hard to put into words, right?
Why the hell?
Well, a lot of what he did was before my time, but certainly, everyone knows who he is.
Why the hell is fucking Harvick's show
it's just
on?
really, really cool to see.
I don't want to listen to that shit. I wanted to see pre-race.
And just see
fuck is this? About this race team and fuck is this shit? What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Hope you guys are having a great day. Sorry I'm a few minutes late to the stream. Am I? I don't even know. But I was talking to Quinn, my sister, who is in college now. So I don't want to listen to fucking Hart. Hey, at least Reddick's talking. So
just hearing his
you didn't listen to the awesome song I sent you. Let me do that right now. Usually I don't. Pretty sick. Almost got 2 million views. It's pretty good. Is that guy from your area? Something? I know there's like a rapper from Syracuse that I really like.
Down the tunnel, and I feel this big hand just grab the back of my neck, and I'm like, oh god. And I turn around and it's Michael, and he says, buddy, he's like, don't sweat today. You've had a great run at it. And he went into this long spill of, just how he had watched and the things that he was referencing races and moments and
Harvick, like, get off my fucking screen. Why the hell are they showing this shit instead of pre-race?
He walked with me all the way out of the tunnel, talked to me, and we went our separate ways.
Chester, can you go lay down?
I was kind of caught off guard by that moment. Has there been a moment with Michael where he's just said, hey, you need to do this, or I think this, or this will help, that really stuck with you, like that moment in time that I had with him, that he's said, okay, you did a great job, but you need to do this, or what is the best advice that you felt like he's kind of shot out for you?
Yeah, we haven't really had a moment like that, but I think back to the very beginning, I got the chance to meet with him before my first year started.
Is a song someone has in their bio?
Before the 500 a year and a half ago. And,
pretty cool song.
Me, him, and Bubba were talking something about speedway racing, and I can't remember what I said, but he turned to me and said, "Man, you don't have any room to talk. You're terrible at speedway racing." And he just kind of took a shot at me, and I wasn't expecting it. And him and Bubba, love going back and forth. Michael loves. Cutting it up, if you will. So for me, I wasn't expecting that, and it was a nice thing. I took it the right way, and I'm like, all right, well, I have some work to do. I have some extra motivation. I was already motivated to get better at speedway racing. When MJ calls you out about not being very good at it, it's easy to find motivation to get better. So we tried our best that year, and it didn't really work out. But we went into the off season.
Why the fuck?
And me and
is Harvick's show? At least Reddick's talking. I can at least enjoy that.
And I feel like our strategy this year on the speedway has been much better.
Are the Red Sox officially out of it yet? I haven't watched a game since the last time I streamed a game, which was a bit ago. Are the Red Sox officially eliminated? Well, they're eliminated from the division, right?
Some companies are guilty of shrinkflation, giving you less for the same price. But we're going to give you more. Mix and match any 2 or more medium 2-topping pizzas for $6.99.
Yeah, they're eliminated from the division.
Upgrade 1 medium pizza to a large for free. Get more inflation.
Not yet eliminated from playoffs, though. We could still make it.
Whenever heartburn strikes, get fast relief with Tums.
It's a long shot, though.
Love food back.
Chester, are you okay?
New Tums Gummy Bites.
Prime Big Deal Days is coming October
Dude,
8th and 9th.
what's
with
wrong?
Exclusive savings just for Prime members. You'll feel like a big
What's
deal.
the matter, buddy?
Shop deals on electronics, fashion, and more this Prime Big Deal Days, October 8th and 9th.
The battle for seconds rages on.
Every mouse that we have coming down to the wire.
The NHRA on FS1.
This ship is heavy. There should be no guilt on a pleasure cruise. Doctor, it's your job to keep everybody alive. You're gonna be okay. You know this is happening.
Shall we?
Jaden, are you ready for some racing tonight?
For live NFL and college football games, family favorites, and the hottest shows.
Heard you guys were having a party.
Hulu,
Cheers.
Disney Plus,
Okay, here we go.
and ESPN Plus.
Join me. All aboard.
Something for everyone for one low price.
What happens?
Yeah, didn't the truck playoffs already start? It's so hard to keep up with that. Because, like, A, I just don't give a fuck. But, B, it's like,
Fox Sports presentation.
just they need to find some way to, like, line up the dates of the elimination races and shit like that, you know?
Brisket is back at Chipotle. Seasoned, smoked, seared, spiced, sauced, bold, and guacced. It's a whole new kind of brisket done the Chipotle way.
Honey, do you want me to schedule Calvin's COVID-19 and flu shots?
Way ahead of you. It's magic.
Schedule free flu and
Ready for the
COVID-19
Kyle Busch
vaccines
sweep? Well, unfortunately, he's not
online
racing in
today.
tonight's race.
Walgreens.
I don't think he's racing in tomorrow's race
I
either.
used to spend my life trying to find my calling.
And it's
Mine
fucking
found
RCR,
me
so.
At an early age. There was no question of what I wanted to be. It was just a matter of how good I could get and how far I would go.
At Ram, our calling is to build trucks. So when you find your calling, nothing can stop you from answering it.
Should be electric today. This is what we do. Sensational.
Big noon kickoff, Saturdays on Fox.
Car insurance is up 20% this year. So I went to the Experian Insurance Marketplace. They shopped my info with over 40 top providers. I saved $800. They'll even alert me if they find a better rate. And it's free.
Go to Experian.com/car.
Red Bull gives you win.
Connor Zillish starts on the pole tonight. But my pick to win tonight is actually Corey High.
In the world, they could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar, but instead,
Though I could see Christian Eckes getting it done.
the cradle and cool.
Pretty sure he won this race last year. Eckes.
Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Here we are driving down the road, and all of a sudden, bam! Look at that. You know,
Remember when Kyle, during a Coke 600, I think it was, said something like, "It's the biggest piece of shit I've ever raced in my entire career." Should have saved that for 2022 Martinsville 2 and RCR.
Brisket is back at Chipotle.
Yeah, Martinsville 2022 was the biggest piece of shit he's ever driven.
Seared, spiced,
That was just the biggest piece of shit car.
bold, and guacced. It's a whole new kind of brisket done the Chipotle way.
Kevin Harvick here with my new show, Kevin Harvick's Happy Hour, presented by Nascar.
I was have a
Twice
nosebleed
week,
at school.
Nathan Vinci, Mamba Smith, and myself will cruise through everything
Say, oh no,
you
you
need to know about
Jesus
NASCAR
fucking
on
Christ,
and off
Malachi, you
track.
can't
Tuesdays
force
will recap
empathy on me.
Sunday's action
I don't
and
care.
preview next week's race. Thursdays will feature interviews with people from the NASCAR world and pop culture as well. So follow Kevin Harvick's Happy Hour on foxsports.com, YouTube, or anywhere else that you get your podcasts. Well, you've had a great season. You've done a lot of things great on the racetrack, but I would assume that the most stressful thing that you did was plan a wedding, have a wedding in the middle of the season. But I gotta know, who was the one person you were like, man, you need to just chill out? Who was the guy at the wedding or the gal at the wedding that was just a little bit having a little bit too much fun?
I don't know if they're having, well, I wouldn't say, okay, I guess there's two different answers here. The person that's having too much fun, or the group of people having too much fun, was my whole group, the groomsmen, myself. We drank a lot of Synchro tequila before the
Apparently he
ceremony.
actually did eat earlier.
We had a little too much fun. My best
Chester,
man,
I wish I could
Matt
just
Lombardi,
ask you, have you
he's
eaten
the
today?
engine tuner on the 8 car. He gave a hell of a speech, but
Have
we
you
all
eaten food today,
collectively
Chester?
had a little bit too much fun. And directly connected to
Jesus
that
Christ.
was my father just absolutely stressed out, worried about my well-being at all times. So I kind of screwed it up a little bit, but I had I guess a once-in-a-lifetime recovery for the rest of the wedding and bounced back. So yeah, I don't know. It's stressful, man. You do all this planning, all this build-up. And
Well, apparently this race is supposed to start soon, but apparently the fucking broadcast hasn't switched over.
You just wish
They don't have pre-race for this race, I guess. You know, it's not like it's one of the biggest truck races of the year,
but yeah, I just wish that day, your wedding day, could just be 48 hours instead of 24. It really flies by.
Well, Tyler, it's been a great start to the season. You've had some great success this year. You're off to a good start in the playoffs.
Green flag is an 8-18.
It's been
I thought it was 8:08.
great story to see you progress.
Well, we just wasted 10 minutes. I probably could have gone live 10 minutes later. No, I would have went live at the same time.
I think as you go into the end of this year and you have
But stages for this race is 55 laps for the first stage, 55 laps for the second stage, and 90 laps for the final stage. Stage 2 ends at lap 110. So yeah, the final 90 laps is the final stage. 200 laps.
It's unfortunate
fuel is 130 to 145 laps, so they will not have to worry about hitting under green at all.
Do you just blow all that off and try to do what you do from a driver standpoint? I know for me, I always felt like
weather,
it was a bigger
I think,
distraction
looks pretty good
with the teams and the guys in the shop not knowing what they were doing. How do you deal with stuff like that?
There's a few showers in the area, but probably not going to hit the track.
I've always, I don't know, for a large period of my life, I was kind of a disaster. So I just kind of got used to a lot of things happening at once and just being able to put it off to the side, strap my helmet on, and go race. It always kind of seems like the more
I'm glad you're okay,
things
Malachi.
might be outside the car.
Even though you're not even real.
I don't know if I just pull, when I put that helmet on, it's a little bit tighter, and I just do a better job in the car for whatever reason it is. But yeah, they'll it'll all sort out. I just let it play out, and I focus on what I can control. And if we do everything right, we'll be celebrating with some beasts in Victory Lane at the end of the year.
Well, winning cures all problems.
Who's ready for the Atlanta Braves and the Cincinnati Reds to play at Bristol?
As you guys go through the rest of the season, you guys are going to be a force to be reckoned with. So
Jaden, do you think you're going to watch that game?
We wish you luck and appreciate you taking the time to talk to us today.
Absolutely. Always, Kevin. Thank you.
Tucked in the hills of East Tennessee, Bristol Motor Speedway, a must-see for any NASCAR fan. And tonight, host of the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, it's playoff race number 2 in 2024. Let's get some drivers to watch. How about Ty Majeski? Won this race 2 years ago. He's a
baseball game, unlikely.
Sensation, but he's coming from deep in the field tonight. He's got some work to do. Rewind back to March. The winner here, Christian Eckes. He's the championship leader. He loves this place. He qualified 8th earlier this afternoon.
Yeah, Tawny 50-50. I was watching that game, but I didn't actually watch where he actually did it, like when he actually did it.
Laps to go. Heim starts this race on the front row, and he was second to one of the hottest drivers in NASCAR, Connor Zilisch.
You've never even watched a baseball game?
Fresh off his first career victory and his first start in the Xfinity
say you don't
Series
know
at
if you've never
Watkins
watched
Glen.
one.
Going to be some fun tonight. Let's go
Really?
trackside for ceremony.
Race fans, please rise as you are able. Remove your hats, and veterans render a hand salute as the Dobbins-Bennett High School Air Force Junior ROTC Color Guard presents our nation's colors. Here to offer tonight's invocation, please welcome Motor Racing Outreach Chaplain, Billy Malden.
Heavenly Father, as we bow our heads once again to recognize your presence in our lives, Lord, we do so grateful for your love and your presence that is with us. Father, tonight we're thankful for all the hard work of the team here at the track, as well as their team of sponsors, Lord, to set the stage for tonight's event. Lord, be with these drivers, teams, officials. Keep everybody safe. Lord, let all these fans have a great night of memories. And Lord, as always, we remember the men and women of our armed forces, both here at home and abroad, and first responders. Be with them and their families. Watch over them. Keep them safe. It's in your holy name, Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome rising country artist Caleb Lee Hutchinson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we passed were so gallantly straight, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
America.
Caleb's performance of our national anthem.
Nothing beats a race under the lights at Bristol Motor Speedway. And tonight, it's all about the trucks. So good to have you with us on this Thursday night with two men that have won right here at Bristol, Michael Waltrip and Phil Parsons. I'm Adam Alexander. So good to have you with us. And when you look at it, we're one race into the playoffs, Phil, and already the leaderboard has plenty of drama.
Yeah, it's been 3 weeks since we last raced in Milwaukee, and there's been some sleepless nights, I will guarantee you, because we have 6 drivers that are only separated from 6th on back to 10th, only separated by 15 points. There's 120 points available, 60 tonight and 60 next week at Kansas. So anything can happen to these guys. You see Christian Eckes 60 ahead, Ty Majeski, Corey Heim. They're fairly comfortable right now because we're only going to lose 2 guys. But for Ben Rhodes, Rajak Ruth, they have to make something happen. It is going to be fun to watch because this thing could really squish around tonight.
Anytime you come to this place, you have to take a big, deep breath because you never know what's going to happen at Bristol. With that, drivers to watch, Michael, we've got some stars that will put on a show tonight.
Well, you know it's the top show, Adam. We've got 3 guys that have put themselves in a position above all the rest. And not only this season, but at this racetrack. The last 3 races on the concrete here in the Coliseum, these guys have gone to victory lane. First of all, Christian Eckes mixing it up there, got his truck out front, led 144 laps en route to victory. This spring, there's Eckes celebrating at Bristol. Nothing quite like that, is it, Phil? Not at all. Pretty cool. And you can see this battle here. Look at Corey Heim down at the bottom, tight racing with the before said Eckes. Heim will get the advantage here, drive to victory lane, puts himself as a guy that you have to beat when you come to Bristol. And then Ty Majeski, you said he's got his work cut out for him.
What's up, Andy? How you doing tonight?
All the way to the rear. But Phil, we've seen him overcome penalty after penalty and make his way to the
See the video of guy running inside a bear cave and survived? I did
I
not.
think when we leave here, we'll still be talking about the big three. But who's going to be the fourth guy that joins them out in Phoenix? That's what's going to be fun to watch.
Majeski starting at the back. Bad for him, good for us. The show is about to go down at Bristol. It's unpredictable. It's rough and
Arca was
tumble.
shit. I did not
Green
watch.
flag comes your way next on FS1.
Yeah, green flag scheduled for 8:18. I thought it was 8:08.
The itch and rash of moderate to severe eczema disrupts my skin night and day. Despite treatment, it's still not under control. But now I have Rinvoq, a once daily pill that reduces the itch and helps clear the rash of eczema fast. Some taking Rinvoq felt significant itch relief as early as 2 days, and some achieved dramatic skin clearance as early as 2 weeks. Many saw clear or almost clear skin. Plus, many had clearer skin and less itch, even at 3 years.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin, heart attack, stroke, and GI tears occurred. People 50 and older with a heart disease risk factor have an increased risk of death. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Disrupts the itch and rash of eczema. Talk to your dermatologist about Rinvoq.
Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Inez, let me ask you. You're using Head and Shoulders, right?
Only when I see flakes. Then I switch back to my regular shampoo.
You should use it every wash. Otherwise, the flakes will come back.
He's right.
Is that Tiny Troy?
The ingredients in Head and Shoulders keep the microbes that cause flakes that big.
Microbes? Really?
Aww.
They're always on your scalp. The
Oh,
good news.
look at the
No
bear.
itchiness, dryness, or flakes down
It's
here.
so
I
cute.
love Tiny Troy and his tiny, gorgeous hair.
Aww.
Make every wash count. And for stubborn dandruff, try Head and Shoulders Clinical Strength.
Trains. Trains that sense what isn't on the schedule. Trains that use the power of
Oh my fucking God, Malachi. God? I will say God because he isn't even real, so it doesn't even fucking matter.
clearing the way so you arrive exactly where you belong.
Okay, Sam.
Can Sugar Ray Leonard do everyday tasks wearing boxing gloves?
Happy birthday.
And now putting on his new Archfit Skechers Slip-ins. You just step in and go with comfort that will knock you out. Try new Archfit hands-free Skechers Slip-ins.
I love when somebody says okay and then the person's name. It's just like such a defeated, like, they feel so defeated.
Vehicles and locations than
They can't even argue.
So you can get just the kind of vehicle you need, when and where you need it. Enterprise, for lives in drive.
Park every 5 minutes at a caution. Doesn't surprise me. We might see the same. Actually, a 5-minute green flag run at Bristol for a 200-lap race ain't that bad, honestly.
Competitors push their machines to the limit in this high-octane showdown. The pressure is on, the stakes are high, and the action is non-stop. There goes 10 drivers battling for a spot in the round of 8, and only the strongest will survive. So buckle up, crank the ball.
What's up, Malachi?
And enjoy the
Got any more dumb shit to say?
because it's Bristol, baby, and it starts now.
Tonight marks the 28th time the Craftsman Truck Series is raced here at Bristol Motor Speedway, the first of 2 short track races. In the playoffs, let's get the command.
And now, race fans, here to say the most famous words in motorsports, please welcome the president of the University of Northwestern Ohio, Jeff Jarvis.
On behalf of everyone at the University of Northwestern Ohio and Ohio Logistics, for the NASCAR fans and our friends at K&L Ready Mix, it's Bristol, baby! Drivers, start your engine!
If that's not a tone setter, I don't know what is.
I always look so much forward to that. I don't know why. It just turns the volume up big time here at Bristol.
The engines have fired with the trucks, and the fans are fired up in the stands after that command. Our Craftsman starting lineup is in. Connor Zilic on the pole, second of his career and only his third start. Now we hear from our pit reporters for the night, Amanda Busick, Mamba Smith. Let's go downstairs now and start with Amanda. Hey there, Amanda.
Hey, Adam, as I watch these trucks start pulling off here on pit road, I can tell you the sound down here is as wonderful as well. You guys were talking
They were at 60 caution laps by lap 150. Jesus
in the
Christ.
conversation when it comes to the championship, and that is none other than that who sits fourth in the points in Nick Sanchez. He was mad at himself after qualifying, said that he could have put a better lap in. He did end up sixth in qualifying, but I did tell on our broadcast a little bit and said that you guys were going to be
if you have actually
focusing
something
on
to
the
say,
big three,
say
and
it.
he said, well, I win
Don't
here
just say
tonight,
dumb shit
I'll
and
be
then
in
my
that
name.
conversation come Kansas. Well, you talk about a weekend. Go back 7 days ago, and
Your charm is kind of is wearing off, Malachi. You're getting really kind of close to being banned. Like you're kind of just a few weeks away from being banned at this point. Your charm has worn off. You're like I no longer like care anymore. This is kind of annoying at this point.
I did talk to Brian Patty about where his mindset was, and he said, I told him, you have way more championships to win. Mamba?
But I'll entertain it for a little bit
It's
longer.
about that time, and by that time,
He got
I
no
mean
aura now, yeah.
Corey Heim will start second in the number 11 this evening. Corey hasn't been in victory lane since Pocono back in July. There's no place like a short track to get back to victory lane. He already has 3 wins on short tracks, looking for another one after he won here last year at Bristol. Now going back to his Tricon teammate.
No, don't ban him
William
yet,
Sawalich,
but
now back to back.
I'm gonna give him a few
in the
weeks.
Arca Menards East Series.
If he can't start being a normal fucking person before then.
William has gone.
Malachi, I'm literally talking about banning you, and you're talking about some fucking stupid ass monster man.
Nutrition from IRP. IRP finished 12th in the truck.
I'd rather watch fucking Molester Man than Monster
He will
Man.
start 4th. His nutritionist works with William 2
Maybe
weeks
not.
before any double event. I talked to him right before he strapped in. He said, Mamba, I am ready to go. Adam?
Yeah, he's 2 weeks away from his 18th birthday. Mature beyond his years is William Sawalich. Let's get that Craftsman track description, Michael.
Yeah, this racetrack just over a half a mile in length. You can see the corners have variable banking, so we'll see guys trying to use that top side as well. Just a great racetrack. You can't put into words or in a context what this place means to these racers. Winning at Bristol.
Why do you watch the ARCA
Craftsman
race?
Truck Series.
I always know that ARCA's going to be terrible.
Let's take a
ARCA's
look at our
literally a
race
joke
analysis.
to racing.
This race is 200 laps, a little
Like,
bit over
what
100
people
miles.
think
Stage
NASCAR is,
155,
ARCA actually
Stage
is.
255, our final stage, 90 laps. Last time out, last year, the top 4 finishers only pitted at the end of the first stage, so we'll have to see how that plays out here. No resin on this racetrack. You see our pit window somewhere between 145 and 155. That means they can make it from the end of the first stage.
That strategy could be big tonight. Let's check out our onboard cameras.
Yeah, we're going to ride along with Ty Majeski. This is the Road Ranger Ford. We talk about his prowess on the short track, and it's certainly valid, but he's starting from a 19th spot. Qualified 19th, I should say, but he's going to go to the back because of unapproved adjustments. So it is going to be very interesting to watch Ty Majeski because the pace is such here, you can get lapped pretty quick.
Will that camera make it, Phil?
I don't know.
How about back
At
trans?
the back, it's not.
Race to stop suicide. We have Daniel Dye. First playoff appearance, was solid at Milwaukee. Finished 7th at Bristol in the spring. He's solid all year long. That 2nd place finish at Nashville. I love what this kid is doing. He has a buddy riding with him on the truck. He's the guy that worked at the bowling alley. Daniel's a big bowler. He said he's on 5
But it
pounds
did
a
not
day,
work,
and
Andy.
recently lost him. So hearts go out to Daniel and his team. See if we can get a word with Connor Zillage. Connor, it's Michael Waltrip and the Fox team. Do you copy, my friend?
Hey, Malachi, maybe don't fucking tell me what to say, you dumb fucking bitch.
Welcome to the Truck Series.
You dumb
What a
fucking
great
cunt.
qualifying effort. This racetrack is so
Fuck out of my
intimidating.
stream.
How did you get out there and put that
Or
thing
talk
on the pole like
normally.
that?
Yeah, it was a lot of preparation. A lot of people went into this at Chevrolet, Fire Motorsports. Having that ARCA practice as well helped me, but just thankful to be the one driving this truck, man. It's been a lot of fun getting to do this stuff, and looking forward to the race tonight.
Well, it's been great seeing you get up to speed.
Thanks,
Have a fun
Jaden.
night.
I didn't
Thanks
see
for
that,
talking
but
to us.
Jaden's cleared up that he's watched everything.
you never know where to set the bar for some of these youngsters that are doing so many things for the first time. And I feel like for Connor, we just continue to move the line. And what he did last Saturday at Watkins Glen really raised everyone's expectations.
Malachi, why are you getting a fucking tood now? You're like still talking incoherently, but you still got a fucking tood.
Bristol in this truck, only a second time ever in a truck. First time at Bristol, by the way.
And you know what surprised me, Adam? He was saving fuel at the end of that race and outrunning everyone. That is frustrating as a driver. How do you do that? That's how talented this young man is, and it's going to be really fun to watch.
Hey Sam, you're a bad streamer. This is an inclusive community. You're being mean, disrespectful, hateful, and Malikist.
I see them all three making it and winning it Cup one day.
Malachi Lives Matter. MLM. Go Malachi.
She had the weekend sweep, ARCA and Xfinity, Friday and Saturday. Here's a look back.
Connor Zillage started from the pole, and he hasn't looked back. He has just been flawless today. Checkered flag goes to Connor Zillage as he wins at Watkins Glen.
Connor Zillage is starting on pole. This is his very first Xfinity Series start. Career start, number one. Career win, number one. Connor Zillage has done it. He has scored the win at the Glen.
So impressive. Last weekend at Watkins Glen, and trying to back it up with another victory, be his first in the Craftsman Truck Series.
Malachi never learns.
On the pole. You know, I've said it many times.
Yeah, that's
you're always
fair.
the champion until someone takes it away from you. In this case, it would be Ben Rhodes, but he comes into tonight's race below the cut line and qualified 25th earlier today. Rhodes with some ground to make up.
Obviously not where we want to start tonight. Going to take a full team effort to get where we need by the end of the night. It's Bristol, happens quick, it's loud, it's fast, and we are in Tennessee, so the air's fresher, sun shines brighter, grass a little greener. Have fun tonight.
He's just accustomed to making it to the championship four, you know? I mean, 21, he's the champ. Runner-up in 2022, and a season ago, he picked up the crown again.
Yeah, we cannot count him out. There's no.
Malachi is needed for Sam to have a successful community.
That's what this night's going to be all about, is survival. You know, if you're starting back there where Rhodes is and where Majeski's headed.
Is this true now?
A lot of work to do, Adam. Phil said it. I think it's so nonchalant. Just over 100 miles.
Jaden, you were just saying that his aura has worn off.
What an action-packed 100 miles it's going to be here at the concrete.
Did he just gain some of it back all of a sudden?
Drivers ever win a truck race at Bristol on the concrete that started outside the top 10 in 27 previous starts, so they've got their work cut out for them for sure.
But I go back to what you talked about earlier with the race analysis and just the breakdown of stages and the opportunities that could come the way of these teams if the cautions fall right. Flip a stage, gain some track position.
He realized it was a streamer issue, not a Malachi issue.
Drivers like Ty Majeski,
all right.
Ben Rhodes, and some of those other playoff drivers have qualified outside the top 10 to try to gain the all-important track position and find their way to victory lane. Second race in the playoffs in 2024. One of those playoff drivers goes to victory lane tonight. They advance to the round of 8, one step closer.
Malachi, you should start streaming. You might have some fans.
Connor Zillage wins the pole, takes
might
the
have a
outside
fan.
lane to his left. The driver that won in the playoffs here at Bristol won.
I will be watching Dale Jr.'s last race tomorrow on stream.
200 laps for the Truck Series
Alrighty.
at Thunder Valley.
And
the race truck is in. It's go time.
Green flag. We are racing from Bristol. It is Bristol, baby. Connor Zillage pulls out.
Really interesting seeing how competitive that outside lane is already. We saw trucks in practice earlier today, and even a couple in qualifying go up top and try to see what was up there. I think we're going to see a lot of passing in this race, a lot of action up top.
We saw that groove widen out in that ARCA race earlier tonight. We saw some passes made from the outside.
Look at that scoring pylon. All of our playoff drivers highlighted in yellow. Hive is second. So
NASCAR the Game 2013 reference. I've always been confused about NASCAR 2013 the game. Like, did it ever actually exist? Because like when I look up like the NASCAR games, it never lists 2013, but I see people like talk about that game.
Dylan gonna grab that position. Good qualifying effort for Dylan. See if he can hang in there this evening and have a solid run.
We're used to seeing playoff drivers finish up in the top 10.
There's only a PC game.
Playoff drivers finish in the top 10 at Milwaukee our last time out.
7 of the top 10 in this race a year ago were playoff drivers. There was a little asterisk there, though, at Milwaukee, wasn't there, Phil?
Yes, there was.
Lane Riggs, a non-playoff driver, was first. He won that race. Shows you how competitive this field is.
I don't know why Connor Zillish's name has the P next to it. He is not in the playoffs. And yeah, so I don't know why that's on there.
This racetrack for 2, much less 3.
Also, Caden Honeycutt. I don't know why.
With some suspension.
I don't know why it says that.
So they had to change it. He's
really
just filling his truck out. Looks pretty competitive right now, though. Making moves. There he goes around Brett Hunter. Majeski dives to the inside of that 32. Brett Holmes. What about it? Honeycutt, he goes up to the top. Got one on the bottom. Let's get one on the top. Maybe 2 on the top as he goes around Spencer Boyd as well.
Matt Mills at 42 was going to try to get by the inside, try to make it 3 wide for a moment. There's Brett Holmes, the 32, that green truck on the outside, right in front of Tom Majeski.
Majeski got trapped, lost some momentum, so he settles in line. See, Holmes is up top, hanging on, making some good progress up there. Majeski got to decide which way he goes. Who's going to get this spot first? Opening stage, 55 laps. We're already 10 laps in. It goes fast when you're green at Bristol.
Majeski says, I don't mind which one of you go, just one of you go, quickly.
Yeah, he mentioned it, Adam. Getting lapped is a real possibility. He's already over nearly a half a lap down. Right at it.
He thought about making it 3 wide there for a moment.
He's got to go. 12 laps complete in our opening stage. Zillich started on the pole. He's out.
Oh, it's for owners playoffs. Why the hell would I care about that?
Fastest half mile, Bristol Motor Speedway.
Craftsman's back on track with Deal of the Race. During this year's Craftsman Truck Series, we're giving race fans rockin' deals on tools to power.
Hey, this race on Abu Dhabi, so I can see what happens in between.
Done right. Get organized.
Get a Versus Stack System Tower and save big.
Scan now for the current Deal of the Race. From outdoor care to home and auto repair. Do it fast. Do it proud. Do it with Craftsman.
Now they're showing the highlighted drivers.
If you have to cut,
yeah, they fixed it. Okay.
Pack, drive, dump, plant, scout, mend, weld, stack, feed, feed.
You're over.
Thank you.
And snap, saw, pull, load, mount, send, roll, tow, drop, and haul, all in a single day. Then you just have to get in the seat of the new John Deere Gator XUV. Learn more at your John Deere dealer.
Incoming dishes! Doc! Dawn Power Wash flies through 99% of grease and grime in half the time.
It absorbs grease 5 times faster. It even replaces multiple cleaning products.
Ooh, those suds got game.
Dawn Power Wash, the better grease getter.
We started in Brooklyn in '78 and quickly learned we weren't building exhaust. We were building excitement, giving drivers that same roar of victory on their way to work that they heard at the races. Almost 5 decades later, nothing's changed.
Champions aren't born, they are built. And come this time of year, if you're planning on building a legend, you're gonna need a truck to do it.
With Chevy trucks, be ready for adventure.
Not on Fox, they don't.
With
Fox,
power
it's
you
yellow.
can count on. Capability that doesn't compromise. A hard-working EV with more range than any competitor, and the potential to take you anywhere. Qualified Chevy lessees can get this 2024 Silverado for around $359 a month. Or well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing when you finance with GM Financial.
This is your first time buying a home?
Yeah, this is our first time doing any of this.
Everything is in the email I sent you the other day.
The email.
And if you haven't looked at it yet, let's go through it together.
Expertise is one of the many ways an agent who's a realtor works for you.
DK Royal crispy wraps. Eat it with the meal or have it as a snack. Only $2.99. It's a hunger hack and it fits in one hand. Happy, have it your way.
We said this in that opening segment, but we're not even halfway through the first stage, and already trucks are going a lap down. I'll tell you what, the 7 is setting a torrid pace, and that's not good for many drivers, among them Ty Majeski. Didn't qualify like he wanted to and finds himself now in the 30th position.
Yeah, Majeski right now is over 14 seconds behind our leader, and they're lapping this racetrack at just over 16
What's up,
seconds,
Will?
which means he's only a couple seconds in front of our leader.
How the hell is you doing?
On the 91 of Jack Wood.
They're on the same straightaway, Phil. Look in the mirror, and you're going to see there comes Zilich right there as he...
That's my sibling right there.
And this is what happened to Majeski while we were at break. Check this out. Trying to go high around Brett Holmes. We talked about how he's holding him up. He goes really high and just loses grip the slightest bit and into the wall.
Yeah, got in the marbles there a little bit. That laid off the corner. And unfortunately, he realized that and slowed down before he made very significant contact.
Have it your way.
Yeah, guys, the 98 has gone from a bad situation to worse really here. Ty said they unloaded.
Like the fucking stream. Everyone drop a like on the stream. How many streams do, how many likes? Only 2 likes! Everyone likes the stream! Okay, now we got 3.
Well, the good news for Ty, even though they weren't where they wanted to be during practice, had to drop to the rear at the start of this race, and all the adversities they faced, he came in. Oh, look at this. Raja Karuth putting the bumper to William Sawalich. That's for 3rd on track.
That's because there was a gap in front of William Sawalich. Our front 2 trucks have driven out about almost 2 seconds over that battle, and it was time for Raja, so they got to go.
Yeah, and that's what you'll get, too. If you look ahead of you and there's a gap, you can expect a bump. If you can't get that move done cleanly, you're going to shove someone out of the way.
Yeah, did Malachi leave?
In line, Sanchez behind him, and everyone's starting to move around, trying to find the speed on this racetrack. We saw it from Eckes, we saw it from Heim.
I like what you said there, Adam. This is what Bristol's all about. Wanting to be able to run high, run low.
Will, what are you doing up in your room right now?
If you can't make it, shove somebody out of the way like we've seen earlier.
Back to the Majeski deal, though. He comes in.
I know, it's sad. I know. Waj is retiring. It's so sad. He's like really one of the few guys for NBA that I follow.
Starting to make up some ground, getting around some trucks in front of him, up to 27.
Hey, Adam, let's don't count him out as we see a good battle for 5th between Eckes and Sanchez. Remember, they were side by side for lap after lap after lap in front of Majeski. Once that cleared out,
you're about to go to bed.
Pass some trucks, and
that's an early bedtime.
Gap to the leader that he was 10, 15 laps ago.
How about Eckes?
Usually on Sundays, I go to bed like right after the race, though. So that'll be just whatever. Like usually around 7. Tried 50-year-old food.
Earlier in the year, we're not sure how bad this situation is just yet, but we'll continue to assess.
Connor Zilich is on every lap tonight.
Out in front of the 19, the race for the lead is on. Zilich has it in lap traffic and right on his back bumper. The 11.
That's early.
Lap traffic lies ahead. Heim has used that option to try out the top side of the track. Haven't seen Zilich up there yet, Phil, so he's going to have to make some moves. It might be interesting to see if he can get up top and have speed.
As we go to break, we keep you side by side. Zilich in front of Heim.
What's the D-back score?
Opening stage.
That's a good question. Red Sox are losing 1-0 right now to the fucking Rays. D-backs are tied 0-0 against the Brewers, but the Brewers already clinched their division, so I don't even know if they'll be... Holy fucking shit! The Dodgers beat the Marlins 20-4. Oh my god.
At Ram, our calling is to build trucks. So when you find your calling, nothing can stop you from answering it.
Craftsman's back on track with Deal of the Race. During this year's Craftsman Truck Series, we're giving race fans rockin' deals on tools to power through projects. Because teams and fans alike trust Craftsman to get the job done right.
Get organized. Get a Versus Stack System Tower.
and save big. Scan now for the current deal of the race. From outdoor care to home and auto repair. Do it fast. Do it proud.
Do it.
Do it proud.
With Craftsman.
Do it with Craftsman.
This is not a drill. Subway dropped the price on all their subs. 20% off any sub, any size.
Subway did
Oh,
what?
that D-backs
Any
just
sub?
scored.
Yep. For a limited time, you get 20% off when you order it now. Hurry and get this deal before it's gone.
You know what's happening in college football right now? How could you? It changes every second.
The Braves are playing the Reds right now, or they played them earlier today. And they'll be playing a game at Bristol Motor Speedway next year. Isn't that fucking crazy?
You don't have to be a rocket scientist to know it's on the same time, on the same channel, on every TV in the country.
What's the best commercial on FS1 right now?
College football is complicated.
I wouldn't say FS1 particularly. What's the best like commercial that I see during like NASCAR? I don't know. All of them suck. Really, all of them suck. There's not really any good ones. Back in the day, there used to be like good commercials, like the Dale Jr. Diet Mountain Dew commercials. Like back in the day, there used to be really good commercials. Nowadays, they all suck. They all suck. It just sucks all the life out of you.
And tradition. Once you arrive, you'll never look back. Secure your seats now at Daytona500.com.
I'm glad we were side by side. You missed nothing. New leader at Bristol, Corey Heim, gets around Connor Zilic.
Yeah, their hearts aren't in it anymore.
His teammate Raja Caruth wants that runner-up spot. All of this happening in a gaggle of lap traffic.
This is intense. The only thing you missed at break was me screaming because I thought we were going to have one of those guys leading this race turned around.
Will is literally commenting from upstairs.
Zilic, you can see Raja, a very fast number 71 Chevy. Talked about Zilic going high and seeing what it was like. I think he just realized that he didn't quite have the grip.
Corey Heim did end up taking the lead. Oh yeah, here's the replay. That's how Corey Heim took the lead, and then Raja Caruth quickly took second from Zilic. But Zilic is battling back. Got that multi-groove racing right here. There we go. Here comes Zilic.
98 is up to 22nd.
Raja's going to grab that second spot. It looks like in traffic.
Has there been any commercials with drivers in them like Diet Dew? Honestly, I don't even think so. Like, I think the most recent one I remember that was like kind of good was where I think it was like Chase Briscoe and Tony Stewart on a Mahindra tractor. And then like Chase Briscoe like lifts up like Tony's, like something of Tony's. And then Tony's like, oh, okay. And then he lifts up fucking Chase's car. And he's like, you like that? That was like the most recent good one that I remember.
Echoes to the outside, freezing to the inside, and look at Lane Riggs.
Lane Riggs.
The cushion there for just a moment. He found some grip though, didn't he? He had that gas wide open, but it slipped out from underneath him.
Look at Raja Caruth. He said second's not good enough for me. To the outside.
Yeah, Dale Jr. is always in commercials, but that's always been that way. He'll do like ally commercials.
10 points possibly at the end of this stage.
And a playoff point if he's able to advance to set himself up for the future.
Look at this.
Damn, look at this. Close battle for the lead here with Raja Caruth and Corey Heim. Got 2 to go in the stage.
And look at fourth position. Look at fifth.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god, I can't even keep track of what the fuck is happening. Final lap of the stage. This is like racing on crack right now. Raja Caruth wins stage 1. That'll end stage 1. I will be right back in a few short minutes. I'm going to go outside and smoke some weed.
Third, Zilic ended up fourth. An outstanding start to the race at Bristol. Really good for this guy, Raja Caruth.
Good morning, commuters. Looks like we got traffic backed up for miles. Starting with a downed tree blocking East Avenue and a broken water main causing a bottleneck on the westbound lanes. We've got weekend travelers flooding the turnpike, meaning it's bumper-to-bumper traffic for the foreseeable future. I'd get comfortable. You might be there for a while.
Toyota Trucks. Let's go places. Craftsman's back on track with Deal of the Race. During this year's Craftsman Truck Series, we're giving race fans rockin' deals on tools to power through projects. Cause teams and fans alike trust Craftsman to get the job done right.
Get organized.
Get a Versus Stack System Tower. And save big.
Scan now for the current Deal of the Race. From outdoor care to home and auto repair. Do it fast. Do it proud.
Do it with Craftsman.
Honey.
Honey.
NyQuil Severe Honey. Powerful cold and flu relief with a dreamy honey taste. NyQuil Honey. The honeylicious nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, best sleep with a cold medicine.
This season, there are 100 more of you. See, this whole thing just got tougher. Hyena. Hippopotamus.
Pass.
Light it up!
The Floor premieres Wednesday after The Masked Singer on Fox.
Your unbreakable spirit. You never give up, and neither do Toyota trucks. Come lease your new 24 Toyota Tacoma SR5, now $449 a month for 36 months. See Burdick Toyota or shop 24/7 at burdicktoyota.com.
All right, here we go.
What's my next step?
You break it, we take it.
We can take it.
Trade in any phone in any condition at Verizon for the new Google Pixel 9 with Gemini.
Give me a recipe with these ingredients.
Let's see that one.
Only on Verizon.
Your unbreakable spirit. You never give up, and neither do Toyota trucks. Come lease your new 24 Toyota Tundra SR5, now $589 a month for 36 months. See Burdick Toyota or shop 24/7 at burdicktoyota.com.
Stage one complete for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series here at Bristol. Raja Caruth gets the win, and he's on pit road making a stop on the back straightaway. We pit front and back straightaway here at Bristol. He comes off turn 2, and he's getting his service.
Tidy little stop there, too. Nice entry into the pit. No blocking. He'll be fast on the way out. Looks like a solid pit stop there, Amanda. What's happening on your end?
Well, we're looking on Connor Zillage right now. He's saying to the team that he's loose on corners, and it's been hard for him to make up time. Then moving on to the 19 of Christian Eckes. He was saying that in terms of the brakes, that they're hot and then they come and go. They're still going to assess that situation. And moving on to Nick Sanchez, they've had a little freeness in the balance, but the biggest issue is they're tight through the corners. Mama?
We're looking at the one of William Smollett right now, putting in a really good run with that Toyota. He's been a little tight through the center, looking for a little bit more rotation. They're going to try and get him adjustment to get him what he needs. Ahead of him, Corey Heim. He has had a phenomenal race. Like I said earlier, it's time. He's looking for another win this evening. His initial brake pressure is where his loose end is, so they're going to do some air pressure adjustment to try and help him out with that. Adam?
I've got good pit work there. Mama wins the race off pit road. +5 for Sawallich. Caruth comes in the leader. He falls to 3rd. Restart for stage 2 when we return to Bristol. It's been good so far.
If you have to cut, pack, drive, scout, weld, stack, feed, pull, load, tow, drop, and haul all in a single day, then you just have to get in the seat of the new John Deere Gator XUV. Learn more at your John Deere dealer.
Type 2 diabetes? Discover the Ozempic Trizone. Ozempic! I got the power of 3. I lowered my A1C, CV risk, and lost some weight.
In studies, the majority of people reached an A1C under 7 and maintained it.
I'm under 7.
Ozempic lowers the risk of major cardiovascular events such as stroke, heart attack, or death in adults also with known heart disease.
I'm lowering my risk.
Adults lost up to 14 pounds.
I lost some weight.
Ozempic isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. Don't share needles or pens or reuse needles. Don't take Ozempic if you or your family ever had medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2 or if allergic to it. Stop Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis, gallbladder problems.
Weed is what?
Tell your provider about
Haram? Is that the word?
or changes. Taking Ozempic with a sulfonylurea or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk. Side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems. Living with type 2 diabetes?
Ask about the power of 3 with Ozempic. Whoa, hold up.
Yes, that's what I
Someone
thought.
just got BOGO free Blizzard treats only in the DQ app.
That someone could be you, but only for a limited time. BOGO free any size.
I'm so confused. What the fuck does haram mean?
DQ. Happy tastes good.
Business is always in motion. You need a mobility partner that listens and adapts.
I
With
don't know what the
solutions
fuck you're talking
customized
about.
for the short term and the long haul. Because business as usual isn't the usual anymore. Enterprise for lives in drive.
Mother's CMX ceramic spray coating. Goes on lightning fast.
So it was a 15-minute, 3-second
ultra-durable protection.
opening green
Mother's
flag run that
CMX
lasted the
ceramic
entire
spray
first
coating. Give
stage.
it that mother's love.
Goes quickly around here at Bristol, especially 200 laps.
Liquid gels
Happens really
for
fast.
faster, stronger, and longer lasting relief than Tylenol rapid release gels. Because Advil targets pain at the source of inflammation. So for faster pain relief, Advil, the pain away.
Order Pizza Hut now and get a free large pizza later. That's a free pizza on your next order. So you can pizza now and pizza again. Free pizza means your next dinner is covered. Your future self will thank you. Get it while it's hot. Only at Pizza Hut.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. Moving piles of earth, towing up to 4,000 pounds, cutting millions of blades of grass. Nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Bristol's got quite a reputation, and it's living up to it tonight. It's the Craftsman Truck Series live on FS1, race 2 in the playoffs.
Yeah, the end of that first stage is wild.
Michael Waltrip, I'm Adam Alexander. Let's check out those stage 1 results and all those points that come along with those finishing positions.
Yeah, you see 5 of our playoff drivers got stage points. That means 5 did it. But this was what was crazy.
One thing that's helped me a lot is I've kind of excommunicated myself from NASCAR social media. Like, maybe not during the week, but like, you know, during the race usually. And usually, I guess even during the week, I usually don't pay attention that much to NASCAR social media. Like, I still follow all the guys like Eric, Darian, Jarrett, you know. Like, I still follow all those guys, but
there's no way he can match the pace.
I don't really like pay attention that much because, like, you know, aside from like Bob, I really follow Bob. Like, I don't pay attention to what like fans say really much anymore because I would watch a race and I'd be like, oh yeah, I kind of enjoyed that, and then I'd see comments of people being like, the race sucked, and then it kind of just like, I don't know, takes me down a little bit. But now I kind of just allow myself to have my own opinions, you know? It's kind of nice.
Because he has room on the bottom, he has room to get down, he takes it.
Looked like he thought about sticking it 3 wide off turn 2, but thought better of it. Just making the conventional pass around Timmy Hill. You know, Hill had good pace. He held off Majeski the last 10, 12 laps of that first stage, so he's got good pace. It'll be interesting for these other teams to see how he fares on these older tires versus the competition.
And he finished ahead of Grant Enfinger in that stage as well.
By the way, Majeski on board here up to 16. About to be in the top 15 after starting in the back. And we were concerned about him going a lap down. No need to be concerned about the 98 right now. Looks good.
I think the competitors may need to be concerned about the 98.
We've seen this story before, haven't we? A guy coming from the back. Majeski does it as good as anyone.
Look at all over the racetrack. 3 wide up ahead. Lane Riggs, the outside. 38 for a moment, made it 3 wide.
Lane Riggs with a really good first stage. Our most recent winner has worked his way to the top 5 in the 38.
Daniel Dye right behind Tanner Gray. They're battling for spot. Are they 3 wide?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's fun to say at Bristol, isn't it? 3 wide?
It's more fun to say.
Oh, a scrub there, but he kept going, kept his throttle. Yes, he did. Oh, squeeze play.
9 of Grant Enfinger bouncing around in front of Connor Jones. We got some smoke there.
Connor Jones has tire rub on that left front after that contact.
Driving that 66 for ThorSport.
Keep an eye on that. Sometimes they clearance themselves, sometimes they don't.
Right behind him is teammate Ben Rhodes, the reigning champ.
That has every look that it won't clearance itself, Bill. He'll lose a tire, possibly. A lot of smoke. I like moving up high. Maybe that'll help calm it down a little bit. Then it's not as far to go if it blows out and hit the wall.
Got to be cautious racing around at 41, Connor Lozak.
We've got a lot of smoke.
That's a shame. He just got
66.
squeezed.
Connor Jones.
He's keeping it right up against the wall. Of course, there's grip and speed up there against the wall as well. It's continuing to smoke.
Drivers racing for right around 18th on track. Just behind them, 81. Corey Day making his debut. Dirt sensation, done so many great things in a sprint car. 18 years old from California, and he's looked impressive here today, Amanda.
Yeah, and if you want to know some of that sprint car history, snuck in during qualifying when he had that epic save there during his venture, but he had to sneak over to the ARCA race after that. I did talk to the team, and they relayed that he is hydrated and ready for this race ahead, but man, there is so much support coming from Kyle Larson. The team has the Kyle Larson pit box that he is using here this weekend, and I know we've said the quote many, many times, but in case this audience has not heard it, Kyle Larson said himself that this kid is better than I was at this age, Adam.
And if you look at what he did today, 7th in that ARCA race, he was able to stay out of trouble there, and he set his goal coming into the day. Log all 400 laps, 200 ARCA, 200 in truck. So far, so good for the 81.
There's not very many people that you would ever say was as good as Kyle Larson was at any age.
That's right.
That's a pretty big compliment from Cup champ Larson. Looking to stretch it out a little bit. I think that's the biggest lead we've seen all night long. Front three settled in. Raja came off pit road third. He's running second.
You have to believe that Eckes was talking about a brake issue or whatever. I don't think you can maintain this pace if your brakes aren't working like you need them to.
Things have settled down for a bit here at Bristol.
Let's take a break. What do you say, Adam?
Let's take a breath and take a break. Corey Heim leading. We've reached the middle stage of our
At
second
least put a
stage
side by
race.
side.
This is what being a NASCAR fan is all about. Singular history and tradition. Unmatched on-track intensity.
We gotta go.
And triple-header playoffs action to ratchet up the stakes. Throw in a can't-miss concert, camping, and the legendary atmosphere of Talladega Boulevard. And you've got more than a race. You've got Talladega. Get your tickets now at TalladegaSuperspeedway.com.
The itch and rash of moderate to severe eczema disrupts my skin night and day. Despite treatment, it's still not under control. But now, I have Rinvoq, a once-daily pill that reduces the itch and helps clear the rash of eczema fast. Some taking Rinvoq felt significant itch relief as early as 2 days, and some achieved dramatic skin clearance as early as 2 weeks. Many saw clear or almost clear skin. Plus, many had clearer skin and less itch, even at 3 years.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB. Serious infections and blood clots, some fatal. Cancers, including lymphoma and skin. Heart attack, stroke, and GI tears occurred. People 50 and older with a heart disease risk factor have an increased risk of death. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Disrupt the itch and rash of eczema. Talk to your dermatologist about Rinvoq.
Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Your Wyndham is waiting to help you check things off your bucket list and his. With 24 trusted brands by Wyndham to choose from, your Wyndham is waiting. Get the lowest price at WyndhamHotels.com.
Bounce back fast from heartburn with Tums Gummy Bites and love food back.
Right at 20 laps to go for the Craftsman Truck Series at Bristol in our second stage of the night. Corey Heim
20 to go in stage
is
2.
the race leader. An eventful first stage, but things have calmed in stage 2. Raja Karuk, who got his first career stage win in stage 1 tonight, second. And Christian Eckes, who put on a show to end that first 55-lap run, is third. And just behind them, a couple of young hot shoes who have been impressive. Connor Zilic, the 18-year-old, is fourth after starting on the pole, leading a bunch of laps early. And Lane Riggs, our most recent winner, also inside the top 5.
Nick Sanchez with some good speed as well in that 2 truck. He's approaching a spot in that top 5.
Yeah, top 5 finish in that first stage for Sanchez.
Came in 34 points above the cut line. You know, their regular season didn't end great, but he turned it up and was outstanding at Milwaukee to create that cushion, and he comes in here with some breathing room. And oh, by the way, making headlines off track this week, Sanchez announcing in 2025 he'll go full-time in the Xfinity Series, driving that 48 car next year for Big Machine.
Yeah, that'll be a good combination. Actually has a little bit of experience in that car a couple years ago when they didn't have a full-time driver. So he and Patrick Donahue have some experience working together. It's going to be a good combination, I think.
Let's get some updates from pit road. Start with Mamba.
We're talking about the number 43 of Daniel Dye. Daniel told me earlier today, this is not his favorite racetrack. He put in a lot of preparation to get better here. I asked him what he did. He said he worked a lot with Christian Eckes and on his footwork, and he found something in practice. Well, it seems to be working. He's doing a good job running 12th, but at top 5 speed right now as they run. Amanda?
Up with your reigning champ, Ben Rhodes, started this race in the 23rd position. He's only currently running in the 21st position. It's going to be a struggle of a night for Ben Rhodes. I talked to him after qualifying, and he just said this came out of the hauler wrong. They're just going to have to salvage what can be done. He said that the adjustments needed, they're simply not permitted while at track.
It's way too early to start talking about must-wins and all of that, but for Ben Rhodes, who came into tonight below the cut line and appears to be in a position where he's not going to get any stage points, he's going to have some work to do next Friday night at Kansas in the elimination race to see who moves on to the round of 8.
You know, and that's really odd, too, because this is the same tire these guys have run here for a while. Again, same racetrack. As we see a battle for the lead, Raja going to try to get this second stage as well with about 10 to go.
Michael, you said during practice earlier today, you got to be good on the long haul at Bristol. Raja, about this point in that first stage, was able to turn it up, and here he is again.
That thing looks like it's just hooked down on the bottom of the racetrack, and if I had my choice of where to be strong, I would pick the bottom. The top's a little risky. We've seen a couple guys flip up there and get into the wall. Right down on the bottom, using that yellow line, that's how you get your truck pointed in the right direction.
And did you notice that Corey Heim gave him room around that lap truck? He could have pinched him in behind that lap truck, and he gave him room. And he's doing the same thing right here.
Look who's coming, though, again.
I thought Raja was going to get the lead. He might be third because Christian Eckes is working the outside lane, 19 up to the runner-up spot.
Would you call that an opportunist, possibly?
And a little less aggressive right now than he was there at the end of stage 1, 8 laps to go.
You know the spotter for Corey Heim says, the 19 really likes the top. Watch your mirror. See if you can do anything up there. Corey's going to put a lap. Is that Ben?
Ben Rhodes in the 99. Indeed it is.
Darn.
7 to go before the end of the stage. We'll see if Corey Heim gets another truck a lap down, so Ben Rhodes would be taken out of the free pass position.
You know, Ankrum not too far in front of them, although I think he's safe with only coming to 5 to go here.
I think Matt Mills is the next guy.
Yeah, but he's
going to be... Row Racing still lives on, yes it does.
It's going to be close.
Actually, no, it doesn't.
For fifth.
What do you mean?
Sanchez in the 2, the 7 is Connor Zillich. Racing around the lap truck, that's Lawless Allen.
Sanchez knows that's a point right there sitting in front of him. Again, pretty comfortable in the points, but every point counts. How about Eckes and Raja side by side?
Raja on the bottom. I think he's better than Eckes. He just got mixed up in that lap traffic. We'll see how this sorts out. There's Mills, as you see, just
Spire uses FRR number 5.
Our leader, Corey Heim. He's the next
that is
down.
Cool. Because it is kind of iconic at this point.
And as Eckes tries to get second away from Raja, Eckes rallied to third there at the end of stage 1. He's been top 3 in every stage since Charlotte. Memorial Day weekend, the 19 fast each and every week. 2 to go.
2 to go on the stage.
The pit road's closed there. That's the procedure. And these guys are battling out. And Corey Heim's liking what he's seeing in his mirror. Y'all worry with each other. I got stuff to do up here. Yeah. But here they come.
I think Matt Mills
caution.
Final lap, stage 2. Caution is out. And that will end the stage.
Oh, it's Connor Zillich.
Inside the top 5.
Can he get it fired up and on his way?
Damn, man. young phenom.
That's a tough angle.
Let that thing roll back down on the flat.
Back her down and turn left.
Yeah.
Right.
Now you got a chance. Straighten the wheel out there. There you go.
Heim will come around.
His Wikipedia page is so cool.
Stage win.
You go to the Xfinity race. You go to his Xfinity Series career.
Raja was
For Connor Zillis on Wikipedia, it says 1 race over 1 year,
inside the top 5.
1 win, 1 top 10, 1 pole.
Dean Thompson and Chase
You can just
Murray.
retire from
All the
Xfinity
other
right now.
playoff drivers missing out, finishing outside the top.
Just never
10
run another
in
Xfinity race.
Stage 2. Will they pit? Find out when we come back.
You like watching things get broken? Like
Keep that
barriers,
100%.
glass ceilings, and records.
So that will end stage 2. Corey Heim wins stage 2.
Join us at Toyota Racing.
That was a 11 minute and 57-second green flag run.
This kind of home. We're looking for you. Join us at Toyota Racing.
Okay, y'all, we got 10 orders coming in.
Starting a business is never easy, but starting at 8 months pregnant, that's a different story. I couldn't slow down. We were starting a business from the ground up. People were showing up left and right, and so did our business needs. The Chase e-card made it easy. When you go for something big like this, your kids see that, and they believe they can do the same.
Earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase with the Chase Inc. Business Unlimited card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours.
What's the greatest invention of all time? New hands-free Skechers slip-ins. You just slip in and they're on. It's like they have an invisible built-in shoe horn so your foot slides into place without bending down or touching your shoes. Then the heel pillow technology keeps your foot comfy and secure. Hands-free Skechers slip-ins.
Life doesn't stop for a cold.
Honey.
Dayquil Severe Honey. Powerful cold and flu symptom relief with a honeylicious taste. Dayquil Honey. The honeylicious daytime coughing, aching, stuffy head fever, power through your day medicine.
Starbucks cold brew? In a can? What else might be possible? Perhaps finding your dog twin. Too good to be true can be true. New Starbucks cold brew.
Recipes. Recipes written by hand and lost to time are now being analyzed and restored using the power of Dell AI.
Order Pizza Hut now and get a free large pizza later. That's a free pizza on your next order.
So the Rays beat the Red Sox.
Pizza again. Free pizza means your next dinner is covered. Your future self will thank you. Get it
They
while
should have
it's
never
hot.
shut down. Yeah, you're honestly right. But that's how the business goes.
Drive, scout, weld, stack, feed, pull, load, tow, drop, and haul, all in a single day. Then you just have to get in the seat of the new John Deere Gator XUV. Learn more at your John Deere dealer.
2 stages down, 1 to go at Bristol for the Craftsman Truck Series. And the question becomes, what do you do in regard to pit road? Do you stay out? Do you come? And it's going to be a mixed bag. Nick Sanchez says, I'm going to make a pit stop.
I just didn't see the fall off, and I was really impressed with Timmy Hill hanging into a top 15 position. I know those crew chiefs and spotters noticed that. We're not going to see much action here. This is interesting. We thought without the resin on the racetrack that the times would fall off and the tires would wear, Amanda, but we haven't seen a whole lot of that. But you got to take her down there.
As you see Nick Sanchez make his way over to pit lane, it was funny. I was listening to Bono Mannion on just what we're seeing on track today, and he said that 38 truck of Lane Riggs is what Nick needs to keep his eye on. But Nick said that this truck was way better than it was in the first run. Guys?
He was the only playoff driver to come down pit road, Nick Sanchez. And I guess in a way, you know, we talk so much about how to play strategy. They come in 34 points above the cut line. They got some more points, built a little more of an insurance policy by getting those stage points in stage 1. Maybe the thought process is here, let's get out of balance with everybody else and see if we can make it work.
Yeah, see if we can beat them.
Right.
Maybe we can do something different to beat them.
I like that. Corey Heim leads, and he'll be out front for the restart when we begin the final stage next.
Question. If you can't see what's behind all this, how do you already know? It's Jeep. Probably the same way you know if a T-Rex is chasing a Jeep Wrangler.
It's getting away.
Yep. Or if it takes you places that make you say,
Whoa!
and their hair looks like this, or someone says, then you just know what it was, what it is, and what it always will be. Because when you're an original, there's only one.
Okay, someone just did laundry. Oh, I add Downy Light, so the freshness really lasts.
Yeah, most Senate stuff gives me a headache, but this is just right.
And I don't like anything.
I like this.
Light scent that lasts with no heavy perfumes or dyes.
We started in Brooklyn in '78 and quickly learned we weren't building exhaust. We were building excitement, giving drivers that same roar of victory on their way to work that they heard at the races. Almost 5 decades later, nothing's changed.
Whoa, hold up. Someone just got BOGO free Blizzard treats only in the DQ app. That someone could be you, but only for a limited time. BOGO free any size Blizzard treats. Get it now in the DQ app. DQ, happy tastes good.
Your Wyndham is waiting. Whether it's for the bucket lists, the free breakfasts and Wi-Fi, or the romantic getaways, with 24 trusted brands by Wyndham to choose from, your Wyndham is waiting. Get the lowest price at WyndhamHotels.com.
Is in constant motion, and you have places to go. Enterprise has more vehicles and locations than anyone, so you can get just the kind of vehicle you need, when and where you need it. Enterprise, for lives in drive.
Introducing new Advil Targeted Relief, the only topical pain reliever with 4 powerful pain-fighting ingredients that start working on contact to target tough pain at the source for up to 8 hours of powerful relief. New Advil Targeted Relief. It's hard to explain what this feels like. Moving piles of earth, towing up to 4,000 pounds, cutting millions of blades of grass. Nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Just about ready to go with the final stage here at Bristol for the Craftsman Truck Series. And we had hit the final lap of stage 2 when the caution came out for incident on track. It was Connor Zilich and Nick Sanchez. They were diving into turn 3. Phil's going to highlight the trucks involved here.
Those
Nick
are the
Sanchez
right there.
Behind Zilich and gets into him into the corner. And look at this. Amazing that he didn't collect that outside wall and tear his truck up. Just stood up high, kept on sliding, and both of them continued on their way.
Yeah, and that's the most vulnerable you are, is entering the corner.
That's crazy. Zilich was sitting in that awkward position on the bank. He couldn't get it completely turned around, so he did lose a lap there, being scored down in the 29th position. And Sanchez took credit for this accident. Let's see what Nick Sanchez has to say here.
Not an excuse or anything, but just tell him I'm sorry. We will. All good.
Sanchez pitted, but he's being scored in the 16th position with tires here. That may prove to be big. As I said, going to break, he was the only playoff driver that elected to come down pit road.
Yeah, and he's the lead truck that came down pit road. 15 trucks in front of him all stayed on the racetrack.
Zilich, I mentioned a lap down Ben Rhodes. Our defending champ playoff driver is a lap down. Lawless Allen got the free pass on this, our second caution of the night.
Yeah, and that will not put Sanchez at a tire disadvantage later in the race either, because he still has yet another set of tires in the pits. So it'll be interesting to see. And every one of those 15 crew chiefs that's in front of him will be watching what that 2 truck does on these new tires.
It's Bristol, baby. High wind stage 2. Takes the outside lane for the restart. To his left, Christian Eckes. They've combined to win 3 of the 5 short track races so far in 2024. And just behind Eckes, 71, Raja Karuth.
Frame of reference right now, we're 27 points in the playoffs, right? So let's just cap off a good night here. No chances. And 10-4, I've been paying attention to it. Well, I just let you know.
Alrighty, green flag.
Pretty good for a guy that came in -4.
Back racing.
Christian didn't get a very good start down on the bottom.
Lane Riggs did, though.
Yes, he did. Outside lane for Lane Riggs. He's getting after it. He wants
Lane Riggs coming for the lead.
38.
I'm not sure Corey Ham isn't just going to let him have it.
kind of surprised him a bit the way he jumped up there and made that work. Actually, I think Lane Riggs is letting them all have it.
Lane Riggs coming for the lead.
The man that won in Milwaukee took over in the final stage. Lane Riggs has got the top spot again, happening tonight at Bristol.
Lane Riggs takes the lead.
Look who's creeping into the picture. Our boy Stuart Friesen with a nice run here tonight at Bristol.
Did not make the playoffs, but won last week.
A bit of a struggle for that team, but he's racing
in the first race of the playoffs. Or not last week, but last race. It was 3 weeks ago.
All just stuck in there in the top 10 this race.
What a competitive race it's been, Adam. Yeah, already 8 lead changes. The record here in Bristol is 9. And you may say that number's not big, but, well, a race 200, maybe 250 laps here is the longest we saw. But it's just crazy how fast and clean the action is. We see 3 wide, we see bumping and banging. We haven't seen many wrecks, but as you watch a truck race, and if you're a truck fan, you know that the most action is ahead. They're going to just keep getting more and more aggressive as we race toward that center.
Yeah, the intensity is going to ratchet up as we get towards the end of this race when finishing positions are on the line.
Here's the other thing to watch. How do these trucks handle over the long haul? Because we saw that Raja was really good late, stage 1 and stage 2, but we've had a heat cycle here, and that could change everything in the way these trucks react over the course of the remainder of this race.
You know, those trucks that did not stop, had 60 laps or on their tires, have still got dipped down back below 16 flat, which is about as fast as we saw after they put tires on. So I don't see there's much fall-up in lap times.
Sanchez got the tires. He's gone from 16th to 14th, back behind him, the 9 of Grant Enfinger. It's been a struggle tonight, Amanda.
Yeah, especially when you look at other people that have had such a good night. Rajah Baruch popping him up into that round of 8. Grant Enfinger currently below, running in that number, but just can't get that truck exactly where he wants it. They have made some adjustments, but just kind of a struggle here tonight at Bristol.
That's a struggle.
You know, and it's all landing. It's not turning off the wall, it's landing. And then I pick up a tightness. I can't really help it with the throttle anymore. But then once I get back to the throttle after the center, then I'm pretty deep there.
I'd say he's the biggest surprise in the playoffs so far. Well, I wouldn't. It's getting late now. You know, it's hard to rally. We see Tyler Ankrum. He was outside the top 20. Now he's inside the top 15.
Christian Eckes passing for second.
Forward, but I haven't seen a whole lot of
trying
out of Grant that makes me think that they've improved that truck. Talked about a lot of
battling hard with Corey Heim.
With the handling of it, broke it down really well for the
Keeps
team.
getting right there in the turns.
He's late now though. He went
Just
from
needs to stick it.
The cut line to 12 out. Race for second is on. Lane Riggs leading. Heim and Eckes doing battle behind him. Just under 70 laps to go.
Every home track is the start of something special. Learn more about NASCAR regional tracks near you at NASCAR.com/regional.
It's a huge day of football on Fox, and we kick things off with Big Noon Saturday. Unbelievable! Ohio State looks to stake their claim as the best in the country against Marshall. Then, Utah. Whoa! Battle star running back Ollie Gordon in Oklahoma State. Beautiful catch, and under the lights, Baylor takes on Coach Todd and his Colorado Buffaloes. Holy mackerel! It all kicks off with Big Noon Saturday on Fox.
Craftsman's back on track with Deal of the Race. During this year's Craftsman Truck Series, we're giving race fans rockin' deals on tools to power through projects. Because teams and fans alike trust Craftsman to get the job done right.
Get organized.
Get a Versus Stack System Tower and save big.
Scan now for the current Deal of the Race. From outdoor care to home and auto repair. Do it fast. Do it proud.
Do it with Craftsman.
Mopping is hard work, but I thought it was the only way I can get my floors truly clean. And then I tried the Swiffer Power Mop and realized I can get cleaner floors without the extra work. It has a built-in solution that breaks down dirt on contact, and the pad's hundreds of strips scrub away sticky messes even from grout lines. Okay, Power Mop. Plus, its 360-degree swivel head cleans up along baseboards and even behind the toilet. So ditch the bucket and all the hard work that comes along with it with the Swiffer Power Mop.
This is not a drill. Subway dropped the price on all their subs. 20% off any sub, any size.
Subway did what? Any sub?
Yep. For a limited time, you get 20% off when you order in the app. Hurry and get this deal before it's gone.
Champions aren't born. They are built. Built out of tougher stuff than all the rest. Sturdy stuff. Resilient. Champions are built out of razor's edges. Untreated paint. Burnt asphalt. And brass rims.
For the first time in his career.
And come this time of year, if you're planning on building a legend, you're gonna need a truck to do it.
59 laps to go for the trucks here at Bristol, and the race for third is on. Raja Carruth once again late in a run, putting things together, and he's got the number on Christian Eckes down to the inside.
I think that will bode well for him because obviously this third stage a little longer run than our first two stages.
That's why I would keep my eye on Nick Sanchez as well with those fresher tires. Will that pay off as we race late into this show?
As you can see, Sanchez now has moved his way into the top 10.
I will say, though,
Raja gets that spot.
Raja now up to third. Eckes falls to fourth. And there's Sanchez. He was up to ninth, but fell back to 10th. He just can't make quick work of Dean Thompson. Credit to the 5. But it's also allowing those leaders to continue to build the gap on that 2, which is going to make it difficult. We don't get another caution. There he is around the 5, moved Sanchez up to 9th.
Yeah, Sanchez was 5th when the stage ended. Came down pit road, gave up that spot. We'll see how far he gets back here.
This is a fun race, you know? So that different strategy right there is just another aspect that's making this thing so interesting.
In the pylon, you see who's got the fastest trucks. Best last time around, Raja Carruth. Riggs out front was second quit. On board with Ty Majeski coming from the back and knocking on the door of the top 10.
And not so large, the quickest truck that lap.
He was really quick at the end of the second stage, too. Came up there to battle for the stage win.
Hey, he's had a great day. Wins the ARCA race, picks up a championship, qualifies up front here for the trucks, and stayed in the top 10 all night long, looking for his first top 10 finish of the year.
How about the leader truck series? Leader, the mess he's come upon here. Wow, look at all this traffic.
You know, it's crazy, but you just feel like he grew up so much when he won that race at Milwaukee. And the maturity showing off as he works through lap traffic, among them defending champion playoff driver Ben Rhodes, and the 33 is Lawless Allen.
Just making quick work of those two trucks.
It's amazing. I'm watching the lap times of the trucks that are in danger of going a lap down, and they're running within a 1/10 of a second or so of what our leader is. But that clean racetrack has really done wonders for him.
Look at Riggs. First 22 races of his career, he led 6 laps. The last 2 races, he's led 84 and counting. You know, such a great story. Second generation driver. His dad, Scott, meant so much to the Truck Series, Xfinity Series, racing at the Cup level, and really had a nice career. Lane comes along. It took him some time to get his footing in the Truck Series. But I'll tell you what, he hadn't gone away. They put some nice things together at the end of the regular
47
season.
to go.
He was a playoff spoiler in race 1 at Milwaukee, and he's doing it again tonight here at Bristol.
Looking at the scoring monitor, Jack Wood running in 17th was the quickest truck on the last lap. That's how competitive these trucks are.
Raja had it step out on him there, as you see Majeski working on the inside of both Dean Thompson and Chase Purdy. See if he can get around this duo.
You know, Majeski trying to get back inside the top 10 or get to the top 10 for the first time tonight. Even if he does, that would only be 5 playoff drivers in the top 10. Very surprising when you think about the way they performed here tonight.
Yeah, normally we have 7 or 8 playoff drivers finish in the top 10 of these playoff races. We had 8 in Milwaukee, our first race.
I think this 98 truck is solid, Adam. He's just stuck back there in that traffic.
But he's not as good as the 38. Caution is out for see what brings out the yellow flag. It's the 45 of Caden Honeycutt.
Caden Honeycutt
Serious damage to that
brings out the caution.
Yeah, he had made his way up
first
inside
natural
the top
caution
15.
of the
Remember,
night.
that truck didn't even
Comes
make
out
a qualifying
with
attempt.
43 laps to go.
Had to change a left rear trailing arm. Started at the
Caden
back. He
Honeycutt.
moved his way into the top 15, but good bit of damage.
Yeah,
to
he
that
did
45
kind of. Yeah,
Yellow number
he started in the back. I think he started last.
Oh. Sanchez has worked his way from 16
And yeah, he had worked his way into the
on
top
those
15.
tires.
And now has this
Is there
issue.
any thought here about making a pit stop? I would say no.
No.
Okay.
No.
But 25 trucks on the lead lap. So
Yeah,
I would say no way.
Trucks towards the back of the lead lap, yes. But if any of those trucks up right now in the top 10, I say absolutely not. But Daniel died.
Daniel died.
This is obviously early. Maybe there was some contact with Daniel. You
There
see
you
the
go.
right rear tires down. Oh, Daniel.
wow.
Got sideways and
Yeah.
may have cut that left rear tire down in turn 4, and then Caden Honeycutt came along with nowhere to go.
That's a flat tire.
That's a flat tire right there. He's doing his best to try to keep it straight. Unfortunately, Caden Honeycutt is what he needed to get it straight.
Yeah, and I wonder about that left front damage. There was heavy contact to the left front. I wonder if that left front tire and wheel are still pointing in the proper direction.
Well, that's a real tough situation.
I don't know if that.
for Guy who's
Yeah, it probably
40
did need to
laps
be a
away from
caution. I
finishing
don't
the
know.
deal. He's going to exit Bristol in a really good points position and take a big hit here because of this.
Yeah, he'll report to his team where his steering wheel is. If the steering wheel's still straight, Michael, I think he might be okay.
Yeah, because he would have kept
Gonna be
driving
inside
with
of
that
40 laps
smoke.
to go
So yeah.
when we get the restart. Lane, Riggs out front of Hyde, Caruth, and Eckes at Bristol.
Craftsman's back on track with Deal of the Race. During this year's Craftsman Truck Series, we're
But that was
race
a
fans
9-minute and
deals on
56-second
tools to
green
power
flag
through
run.
projects, 'cause teams and fans alike trust Craftsman to get the job done right.
Get organized.
Get a Versus Stack System Tower and save big.
Scan now for the current Deal of the Race. From outdoor care to home and auto repair. Do it fast. Do it proud.
Do it with Craftsman.
With Flonase, allergies don't have to be scary. Spraying Flonase daily gives you long-lasting, non-drowsy relief. Psst, psst, Flonase, all good.
Ultimate Hybrid, Ultimate Balance, guarding the heart, super hydrophobic soul. Meet Ultimate Hybrid, advanced ceramic and wax technology, the best of both worlds, but better. Only from mothers.
Tubi is proud to be free for our teachers and kids who skip class to throw rocks at windows, because Tubi is free for everyone.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. And your Ford dealer is the place to start. With a full lineup of vehicles and available powertrains. Get your ideal combination of power and capability with gas, hybrid, or all electric. But more important than the power you choose is what you choose to do with it.
Right now, returning lessees can lease a Ford F-150 for $299 a month for 24 months. Only at your local Ford stores.
This is your first time buying a home? Yeah, this is first time doing any of this. Everything's in the email I sent you the other day.
The email.
And if you haven't looked at it yet, let's go through it together.
Expertise is one of the many ways an agent who's a realtor works for you.
DK Royal Crispy Wraps. Eat it with the meal or have it as a snack. Only $2.99. It's a hunger hack and it fits in one hand.
DK, have it your way. You rule.
It's Fox College Football Friday, and it's a prime-time Big Ten showdown. Freshman phenom Dylan Viola looks to prove the hype is legit.
Viola, end zone! Man, did he drop it in!
As he meets Nebraska against Illinois. Fox College Football Friday kicks off at 8 Eastern.
Sunday, it's an NFL doubleheader on Fox. Jalen Hurts leads the Eagles against the Saints or other regional action. Then in America's Game of the Week, Lamar Jackson and the Ravens take on Dak and the Cowboys. Check local listings for the game in your area on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
There's the game in Phil's area with the circle around it. Lions and the Cardinals.
I'd be a little wary of those.
Oh yeah,
Cardinals,
it's not. Yeah, we don't take anybody for granted. Obviously, as of last Sunday, when Tampa Bay took care of the Lions.
You're watching the Craftsman Truck Series at Bristol, race 2.
Yeah, the race started an hour ago. It's almost over.
Playoff driver
So quick,
tonight,
but yeah, the
they
race started an
automatically
hour
move on to
ago.
the round of 8. But at this stage of the game, I won't hold my breath because we have a playoff spoiler once again. And again,
It's
his
the
name
same
is
guy.
Blaine Riggs.
The same guy. Friesen, I'm telling you, Friesen's been impressive. We talked about him a little bit up into the top 5 as well. So it's going to be fun these last 30-some laps.
Guys, see there on the back of Christian Eckes' truck, Tony Wilson. Sky Fargo's his nickname, and he's battling cancer, a prominent part of the Napa family. And Bill McAnally texted me and said, I'd love for you to give Tony a shout out. TW, and we're thinking about you, buddy. And hopefully Christian can drive this truck to victory lane. Bill's such a great part of this sport. I mean, there's so many fun characters and great owners down in that garage area. And Bill's certainly a mainstay down there, and it's really cool that he's turned this team into such a powerhouse. I mean, they got trucks running up front every week.
Unbelievable what they've done. 3 full-time trucks, all their drivers participating in the playoffs, the victories they've experienced. It's been quite impressive. Expanded the fleet and enjoying some really good results.
You know, a lot of times you see that, Adam, and, you know, there's a lull in the performance. You got to get used to what you got. But, man, they just get better every time they add a truck.
Yeah, our top 5 runners right now, all 5 from different organizations. How about that, parity?
Well, I go back to what Christian Eckes told us at Media Day for the Truck Series and the playoff run, and that is that they gained a lot of knowledge early in the season when Zane Smith, a champion, came over and raced with him. Cup driver now, but he came back to the trucks for a few races, and his knowledge and what he shared with the team allowed them to grow, and probably a good portion of the reason why Eckes has enjoyed so much success. 3 wins, comes in the championship leader, and no doubt one of the favorites to get to Phoenix and run for the title.
And unfortunately, the guy that brought this caution out, Daniel Dye, also during that same media availability, said how much Christian Eckes had helped him personally. Really felt like he was an unbelievable teammate. And unfortunately for him, that flat tire, but what a great job he's done this year.
Yeah, and we haven't got to look at that left front tire yet area, but that was heavy contact. You saw how bad Caden's truck was torn up. And so you got to think maybe there was some damage there, and there is the damage. Just don't know if there was suspension damage. We can't tell that at this point.
Yeah, he came to pit road, and now he is being shown 1 lap down. So obviously we saw him come to pit road, and that was before pit road opened. It hasn't opened yet because the entrance to pit road is blocked. So he will have to restart from the tail end of the longest line, and apparently those repairs took him a lap.
Getting a report from Daniel Dye's pit that there might be a bit of a toe issue, which you mentioned it, Phil. His steering wheel might not be exactly at 12 o'clock where he had it before, but he doesn't feel like it's a huge problem. We'll see.
You mentioned Philly's 1 lap down. Scored in 28th is Daniel Dye. Connor Mozak, 24th. First truck 1 lap down when the caution came out. He'll get the free pass.
And, you know, that's the way this game works. There's guys like Lane Riggs.
It's kind of ridiculous. We've only had 3 cautions so far.
They're going to have to make everybody say whether we're coming or not.
And the times, like the time of the cautions,
we don't think the leaders will pit.
Is almost
towards the tail end
half of the race.
Will pit. They really
so
don't have anything to lose and may have something to gain. But
if you look at the total green flag,
as hard as it is a pass here, I just do not see these
total
guys
race
running
time
up
up
front,
there.
coming back to pit road. They didn't do it in this race last year either.
Well, we've had an extended caution, which means even less laps to make something out of those tires if he came to pit road. So I agree with you. You see Ben Rhodes coming down, but he was a lap down, so not a big surprise there.
Looks like Grant Enfinger is coming down pit road.
Yeah, he was top 15.
Yeah. Tanner Gray, Ty Dillon, Stephen Parsons, all coming down pit road. Again, the truck's towards the back of the lead lap.
Last we checked our leaderboard, Enfinger had fallen to 12 below the cut line.
You've seen the adjustment there in the right rear suspension of that 9 truck. They did what the teams call, we're going to put a wrench in it. A lot of times they just adjust with air pressure, and when they have to adjust the chassis with a wedge wrench, that's more of a major change. See some damage on the left front there of Tanner Gray's truck, or right front, excuse me.
Been a quiet night for him, but wanted to highlight the fact that entering tonight's race, the model of consistency, completed every lap this season but 2. So they've done a really good job of growing their program as Tanner Gray and that 15 bunch under the Tricon Garage umbrella.
They put a wrench in that one too, Michael.
That's right.
Going to be inside of 30 laps to go when we return to the green flag.
I have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Thanks to Skyrizi, I'm on my way with clearer skin. 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections, or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to. Nothing on my skin means everything. Ask your dermatologist about Skyrizi. Learn how acne can help you save. Business is always in motion. You need a mobility partner that listens and adapts, with solutions customized for the short term and the long haul. Because business as usual isn't the usual anymore. Enterprise for lives in drive.
If you have to cut, pack, drive, stack, weld, stack, feed, pull, load, tow, drop, and haul all in a single day, then you just have to get in the seat of the new John Deere Gator XUV. Learn more at your John Deere dealer. It's Fox College Football Friday, and it's a primetime Big Ten showdown. Freshman phenom Dylan Raiola flicks the crew the hypest of chip. Raiola, he leads Nebraska against Illinois. Fox College Football Friday kicks off at 8 Eastern.
All right, here we go.
What's our next step?
You break it, we take it. Trade in any phone in any condition at Verizon for the new Google Pixel 9 with Gemini.
Give me a recipe with these ingredients.
Let's see that one.
Only on Verizon.
Drivers Village has hundreds of Jeeps and Rams. September savings are here. Check this out.
During Jeep Adventure Days, come test drive a new electrified 24 Wrangler Sport 4xe. Then lease this iconic Jeep for just $299 a month, 36 months. Over 65 certified pre-owned available too.
Over 300 available. That's why it's time to shop Burdick Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram at Drivers Village. See why at BurdickDodgeChryslerJeep.com.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our fans for your support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
Big NASCAR weekend here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Elimination race for the Cup cars on Saturday. Regular season wraps up tomorrow night for Xfinity teams, and tonight race 2 for the Craftsman Truck Series and their run to a championship. We put the leaderboard in the pylon. Huge advantage for Eckes, Hines, Sanchez. But down around the cut, like it always does, it gets really, really tight.
There you see Anchorman 7th, 18 points above. Then Grant Enfinger 1 above. Daniel Dye 1 below. Ben Rhodes right now is bringing up the rear, but only 12 points behind. And again,
so we're going to get 29 laps to go when they go back green.
Down, so unless we have some
it's been a long caution.
He's probably not going to change his finishing
for no
position
reason.
much.
Well, don't count out major catastrophe.
Yes,
I talked about how it gets just more and more intense as the race clicks along. We're getting ready to see a restart here.
His caution's been 13 minutes
to go. Pushing and shoving will ramp up.
It's been fairly tame so far.
Been a lot of action.
Yes,
but a lot
for
of
no fucking reason. I think we wasted like 10 laps or so under caution. Maybe
the string breaks.
Maybe more.
Their foot and their brain.
Ah, yeah, I remember that string.
Yeah.
Only 3 cautions so far tonight. One of those ending stages.
Alrighty.
Will it be
Going back green
here? We're about to find out. 29 to go. When the green flag goes in the air, Lane Riggs with a jump in that outside lane.
Nice start by Corey Hine. Oh, he's sideways.
Oh!
Hine hangs on to it, but Riggs able to grab the top spot. And Raja is there. So is Eckes, and Stewart Friesen making
Woo!
He's sideways.
What about Matt Crafton, the veteran? Want some of that action?
Matt Crafton said, I may not be in the playoffs, but don't count me out for a good finish.
Friesen and Crafton have combined for 3 runner-up finishes here. You know they would love to win at Bristol.
Right behind Crafton, there's Sanchez. Got those pressure tires.
Well, you have people on the bottom and you have people on the top.
Look at that run Eckes got on the bottom. Can he slide job? Yes.
He does. Now he's gonna, Raja gonna do the crossover? Yes, he is.
These guys are on top of their game, aren't they? They sure are. You see them week in, week out. Just doing amazing things.
I think Lane Riggs is going to win this race.
Talk about the sophomores and the job they've done, the Sanchez, the Raja, the Daniel Dye. How about the freshmen, Lane Riggs, out front?
You talk about those second-year drivers. Back there in 10, Taylor Gray is having a late rally. We check in on the leader. Here's Amanda.
Just prior to the caution, Lane Riggs came over his radio. He said, I love this sport. I love this team. We got to love the passion that just oozes out of this man. He talks about getting that first win off of his shoulders, pun intended. Earlier today, Lane Riggs closing in on perhaps his second career win in the Craftsman Truck Series. Mama?
Corey Harm in the 11. He's doing what he's done all year long, which is run up front. The team has told him, don't worry about the 38. He really punished his tires in the early part of that run. Corey's trying to stay smart. He would love to win here at Bristol again, but it's about the bigger picture and moving on to the next round. Adam?
A consistent performance for Hyde. Average running position tonight, 1.6. As Daniel Dye has made his way back to pit road.
Made a pit stop.
Craftsman, 20 to go.
I don't know what that was about. He's back to 32nd. Yeah, 5 laps
These
down.
lap times now, these guys with 120 laps on their tires are below 16 flat again.
We're going to take a break. We'll keep you side by side. Riggs leading Hyde.
19 to go. A caution.
And we have a caution. We'll keep it right here.
91
91
is around.
Jack
Jack
Wood.
Wood.
Tonight. You guys predicted it. We won't be green from here when we got the restart.
When Adam mentioned whether we would stay green, Michael and I both were shaking our head no.
So that was 2 minutes and 50
nice run going,
seconds.
staying out of the lead lap.
Green flag run.
Inside the top 20. So it might have been a little help. Did he get a little help there from possibly Ben Rhodes in the 99? He was the closest truck to Jack Wood in that Mongoose Chevrolet.
Rarely do you just spin at that point of the racetrack, so you have to think maybe a bit of a bump, maybe like we saw earlier with Sanchez.
Connor Mozak gets the free pass.
See Bensko.
There was a little bump.
Yeah. Boy, nice job Jack does.
Yeah, kept off the brakes, you know, kept the thing rolling. That's just driving it when it's out of control. Don't give up. You don't ever give up till you hit the wall and then you hang on.
Mega Connor Zilic, who gets back on the lead lap.
It was Connor.
Yeah,
it was Connor.
Well, we got 3 of them in the race tonight. You know what I mean? But that's big that he gets an opportunity to make up some positions late in this race. Tomorrow, 8 Eastern time on Fox. It's a little Friday night action. On Fox, he is the second coming of Patrick Mahomes. Freshman phenom Dylan Raiola leads 22nd ranked Nebraska.
Oh yeah, he's the guy who's like copying Patrick
That's
Mahomes.
tomorrow night, 8 Eastern time on Fox.
It's great to
I
see
heard about that
Nebraska
guy.
with a good team again. It seems like it's
Kinda
been
weird.
a while since Nebraska has been really strong in college football.
Was it back in the Barry Switzer days?
Tom Osborne, maybe I don't think Barry Switzer was. It might have been his days. He wasn't there, but
I think it was his days.
It was his days, yeah.
Is that like when you said that Darryl won at Bristol 5 times in a row? We said, well, he did, but he actually also won 2 more, so make it 7.
Yeah,
Very
Two
similar.
after those 5.
Right. There was a lot into that statement I just made. I do love college football. This time of year is great, isn't it?
I think we're gonna go back with 13 to go, probably.
Georgia a good battle the other
Maybe
Saturday.
14.
A real good battle.
Yeah, I thought they had that.
I don't know.
Oh, and there was a good football game at the Coliseum.
Tennessee and Virginia Tech did battle right here. Going to have Major League Baseball at the last great Coliseum next August.
Alright, yeah, I think it's gonna
What's
be
up,
13 to go when they go back green.
I'm here with Scott Zipadelli. Scott, you guys have had a great truck all night. What have you been talking to Corey about to keep this thing up front?
Really, it's coming down to restart prep. You know, prepping your tires and getting a good launch. Hopefully, the 38 will make a little bit of a mistake and give us a clean bottom. And we can get in front of them. But it's all going to come down to a good restart, really.
Thanks, Scott. Amanda?
Lane Riggs just said over the radio to his team and crew chief, this is the best truck I have ever had, Dylan, as the crew chief and for this team. How satisfying is that to hear from your driver?
Yeah, it just means a lot to us, you know. I think just the work that we've been putting in it's showing that we're going in the right direction, you know. And I think Lane's just got a lot of confidence coming from Milwaukee. And I think if we can learn how to qualify, we'll be
one to
pretty
go.
lethal. So
They're doing the
we're
cheers.
just having a lot of fun. Lane's doing a really good job, and see if we can close it out.
It's going to be 13 to go and they go back green.
He wanted to continue playing spoiler here in this playoff, and he's showing it here tonight.
I mean, I guess you could say it's surprising, but he was top 5 at both Richmond and IRP to end the regular season. We get to the playoffs, he wins at Milwaukee, and he's in position again. Man, Lane Riggs has been impressive.
Made a great statement at North Wilkesboro back All-Star Weekend. Really solid run, right up front all night long, all day long, and just a good solid finish.
Yeah, we don't talk about Milwaukee as a short track, but it races as a short track. All the teams think it races like a short track.
But what about having to go earn it right here? I mean, we're ticking down, and he's got Corey Heim, one of the most dominant drivers of the year, right on his inside, and Eckes, Raja right behind him. He's got to execute perfectly.
Going to be 13 laps to go. Front row, Lane Riggs, Corey Heim, Eckes, and Caruth behind him. We're
green flag.
At Bristol. Raja Caruth out of line, 3 wide into 1. Riggs gets away top side.
Corey Heim gave him some room on the bottom. Now he's going to try to fight him off from the top, from the high side.
Wow, what a start by Lane, though. I think it was an advantage they went 3 wide. It gave him that outside, and he really got the gas down and took off.
And that's where he's been so good today, is on the outside.
Oh, contact into the corner. Raja, nice job hanging onto that number 71 truck.
The gloves are off.
He backs up 5-1, backs up 10-6.
The top 5, top 3 throughout the evening. On his first stage. That's in his career in stage 1 tonight. 10 laps remaining at Bristol. Lane Riggs out front.
See Majeski down on the bottom trying to get around Sawallish going after Stewart Friesen. Majeski is as high as he's been this entire race.
Isn't it fun to think that in about 2.5 minutes it'll all be over? That's how much action we're going to squeeze into these 9 laps.
Quick check the leaderboard. Still not a ton of separation at the cut line for a handful of drivers. Every position is a point.
Outside of the top 15.
There was a no-hitter in minor league baseball today.
Garcia takes with the scrub into the outside wall. See how this goes down. Oh, way loose on the entry. Nice save-ish. Kept it heading the right direction.
Racing Corey Day now. Corey making his Truck Series debut.
Corey Heim gets around. Holds off Raja. You can see opens up the door for Christian.
Is checking all the boxes. Good on the long haul, managing the restarts. Be 5 laps away from his second career win. 5 to go.
I think this is the potential, obviously, that Bob Jenkins and Front Row Motorsports saw in him, and we thought so as well. Just the few limited starts that he had in the Truck Series, he always ran extremely well.
Very talented young short track racer. Made his way to the big leagues of NASCAR, and he's proven his worth.
Damn it.
Loves Travel Center. That's just a beautiful truck. Bright, shiny truck here underneath the lights in Bristol.
3 to go.
Pretty cool to see.
3 remaining for Riggs, and now he just says, keep it straight.
Lane Riggs.
Don't throw that
He
caution.
missed the playoffs. He won Milwaukee last week, the first race.
Great lap times.
Well, not last week. It was 3 weeks ago. Last race.
On those old tires. That's a good handling truck.
Milwaukee.
2 to go.
Now with 2 to go.
They can't watch.
Looks like he might have it.
The stress of trying
Under
to
the white
win
flag.
the last great Coliseum.
White flag.
Out for Lane Riggs.
1 lap to go at Bristol.
Lane Riggs is on an absolute heater
And Lane Riggs is going to win the truck race at Bristol. Back to back after not making the playoffs.
Wins the stage. He was third. I'm barely beat Caruth. Got the line.
Eckes fourth, Sanchez fifth. And with their performance tonight and their advantage coming in, it means good things for their playoff future, talking about Heim and Eckes.
Look at that battle for second. Raja had it right to the very end. And Corey Heim uses the momentum from the high side to grab it.
So a very short race.
Point as we race through this next round.
Heim, with his performance tonight, has done enough to lock up a spot on points in the round of 8. Trying to get back to the championship for a second consecutive season. And Christian Eckes has also done enough tonight to move on to the round of 8.
Nice.
They're going to have a great week here waiting for Kansas.
They're happy to move on, but they wanted the trophy, and tonight they're not going to get it. Once again, it goes to Lane Riggs, who turns it on late and
Is he going to fucking dislocate his arm again? It's going to side by
Guy's got
side.
everything in the world. Why do it? Tommy, why?
Yeah, Tommy. Why don't you lay on a beach getting fat on pina coladas?
Why not buy a soccer team?
Got one. Dude, why would they ask why? What are they even talking about? Kid, what they're really asking is, why don't you quit football? They don't understand that you live and breathe for football. Because you're Tom freaking Brady.
One day, you'll be the greatest there ever was.
Back to work.
NASCAR's Wild Card Weekend. It's a blur, just how it's supposed to be. Wide open weekend, Wild Card Race. The ultimate NASCAR experience. Camping, concerts, tailgating, and an edge-of-your-seat thrill ride in NASCAR's playoffs. Think your driver's making the cut? Good luck. The Bank of America Rovo 400, October 12th and 13th. It's a wide-open weekend and a wild card race. Get your tickets today at CharlotteMotorspeedway.com.
Recipes.
So that final green flag run there was 3.5 minutes. Lane Riggs is celebrating.
Recipes written by hand and lost to time. Can now be analyzed.
Yes, Jaden. Lane Riggs goes back to back. Yeah, fuck Ben Rhodes. Well, he's not out of the. Is he out? No, he's not out of the playoffs. There's one race left. But wait, did he even make it? No, yeah, he made it.
Okay, ideas. Where are we going?
I got one.
What about a comedy show?
I've seen you. I've swiped on you. No. Okay.
Oh, I got an idea.
I feel hungry.
Let's go.
Whatever your vibe,
Tacos.
Definitely tacos.
find it in the all-new, all-hybrid Camry. Toyota, let's go places.
Lane Riggs celebrating this win, waving to the fans.
Welcome back to Bristol Motor Speedway here on a Thursday night where it is this guy that goes back to back and tapping your shoulder in a celebration that went viral. And Lane, you told me ahead of this race that you wanted to be a playoff spoiler, and you were doing just that. What do you attribute this breakout for you to?
Oh my gosh, we have just learned so much with the cars and trucks, and my team, Dylan, my
Winning
crew
at
chief,
Bristol,
he's
man.
badass. He works so hard at night, and we as a team, we're a young team. I think the oldest guy on the team is of average age is like in the 20s, so it's so amazing. It's just
Is he the first ever guy in NASCAR to win his first,
go back to back in the playoffs?
like, win his first race and then win the next race? Like, has that ever happened?
I am so not surprised that you just
Get your first
there.
2
I know that
wins,
they can
2 in
hear
a
this
row.
over the speakers, but I talked to your crew chief and he talked about the belief that they have in you. What is their conviction do to you for a driver?
I mean, like, yeah, when I say first race, I mean, like, last week wasn't his debut. I mean, he's raced many races before. Like, has anybody ever won
PJ won on the track.
their first
So much
ever
fun.
win,
At the very
and
end, you can run the bottom or the top and make equal
won the
lap
next
time.
race.
So I know this Cup race is on Saturday night. It's going to be really awesome. Hopefully everybody tunes in. But man, just what a shout out to Lowe's for being on the truck. You can't miss the big yellow truck. Infinity Communications, Jeff, 2 in a row, buddy. Wish you were here, man. Oh, man, everybody's helped me so much to get here. And Jay Schultz for getting me in this truck. Best agent there ever is.
Well, it may be more of a muted celebration this week on purpose, but we know that passion is radiating out of that guy, Mama.
Yeah, last week when he fucking celebrated, or last time when he celebrated, popped his shoulder out, dislocated his shoulder.
Yeah, congrats to Lane. Those guys were on it all night long. Everyone at their truck and garage camp did such a great job tonight. Gave me a great truck, great pit stops at their job, keep me out front. Just didn't quite have it when the grooves started to move around there. Every time we got a heat cycle on the tires, it seemed like it got tighter and tighter. So just didn't quite have it, but solid points in the playoffs. That's what you need. So I'll keep moving forward with truck and garage, Twitter Racing. Huge thanks to all those guys, and looking forward to my favorite place next week.
We just saw Roger come over. You guys had some amazing battles at the end of the stages. What's it like racing so hard with someone like that?
Yeah, I always race really well with Roger. He does such a great job, and it's really cool to see him up front in these playoff races. And I feel like it's been like the last 4 or 5 races we found each other and raced each other very hard but clean. So it's definitely a lot of fun.
Corey Heim comes home second in Bristol. Adam?
All right, y'all.
The playoff drivers.
So I'm going to end this shit right here. It was a lot of fun. It was very short, but it was a lot of fun. I really do appreciate you guys joining in and watching, those of you who did, including my great sibling, Will.
He's been a full-time student,
So yeah.
but he's also been racing. And to manage and balance that, and to get a mechanical engineering degree,
I will be live tomorrow night.
The setup that he's now got going to 2025, such an exciting time for him. And look how they have turned it up in the second half of the season.
When is the
9 races of the year? 1 top
green
10.
flag?
That was 10th. And then the last 9 races, 6 top 5s. Look at the laps.
When is the green flag for tomorrow?
He's half. His average finish is half what it was in those first 9 races. Just amazing numbers. That tells you what a little bit of experience can do with a really talented young racer. Got his legs under him, and man, unstoppable the last 2 weeks. Can't wait to watch him at Kansas.
Experience and confidence. It's all coming together for Lane Riggs, and he sent this message when he was talking.
So the green flag for tomorrow is at 7:40.
During our commercial break, we are going to be really hard to deal with next year.
And so I'll be live at 7:15. Yeah, I'll be live at 7:15 for that. And then 7:35 on Saturday for the Cup race. I'll be live at 7:05, 7:10, something 7:15, something like that for the Cup race on Saturday night. So yeah.
Nick Sanchez. Hey,
alrighty, y'all. I want to thank you bitches and dicks for watching.